What's up? So I've been a little busy this morning. I robbed the tires off the Razor and put them on the Rubicon. So it turns out that with the arched raked rear arms, 35s on 20s is possible with very little trimming. And there's a couple other tricks I'll show you, but massive ground clearance, 23 inches of ground clearance, full down travel, about 21 and a half right now. I've got the shock set very conservatively to try to, maintain the axles. But it's huge and it's got ground clearance and it's not going to float at all. We've had a lot of rain around here, so I really want to do this mainly to get some more stability with a wider offset and cut down on the floating. So I'm going to put an extension on the snorkel so I can go real deep tomorrow. So in other news, I got new Tarachis coming, new sizes. Going on those 16s, that's why they're on the Razor. So these had to come off anyways. So here's how you do it. You got to modify the floorboard. So see how it's all hammered flat, and it used to mount right here in front of this bracket. Now it mounts behind it. You just replace the 2 bolts with the 1 bolt nut there, hammer it back, and what that does is that pushes the plastic back in the front about 1 inch. So you can see the holes used to be there, drill them there, so that shifts all that back. This would not work without the arched rake arm. So you see how my arms are offset? That's a modified upper arm and a totally custom bottom arm with the arch and everything. So that amount of rake lets you push your floorboards back a little bit and gets the tires centered. You cannot do this without that rake. You have to cut away all your plastics, you'd have nowhere to put your feet, and the bike would flip over constantly. So I wouldn't recommend trying this without the rake. They actually fit better on here than they did when I had my Catvo 6-inch lift, because that lift has 0 rake. So even though I've got the tires flipped for maximum offset, I can still steer all the way without any rubbing. And that's because of those mods in there. You can tuck it all the way in there, I'll show you. I do need to trim right here a little bit. But as you can see, the tire is tucked in there and it's not touching anything, believe it or not. Full lock with a pretty wide offset and a 35, so pretty cool. We'll see how it does. Probably break everything, front diff, axles, the whole 9 yards. But it looks hilarious and it's not going to float. And why not? That thing did pretty good. I'm looking for a full clutch for it. Looks like there's mostly just machine sheaves and clutch kits, but hopefully we'll get some more aftermarket support for this because it needs a full clutch. I also didn't want to snorkel the belt. Belt got wet a couple of times. We were going pretty deep though. All right, that's it.